Alright, I just need to wait for people to show up. Should be live any moment. Should be live any moment. Turn that off. Alright, stop. Hey guys, how's it going?
The new world and men dream of riches, glory, and conquest. This land is home to the fearsome and decadent Aztecs, a people who appease their great sun god with hearts torn from the chests of their enemies. And enemies the Aztecs have aplenty. To the east on the Yucatan Peninsula, the Mayans, a majestic people with an epic history, dream of restoring their once great empire to its former glory. North, beyond the jungles, roam the Apachean tribes, skilled hunters who follow the great herds across the plains, and fearsome warriors who are quick to learn the ways of their enemies. A new enemy sails on the horizon, bearing steel and marching under the Holy Cross. To Spain, the New World is a land of hope, a land where the Holy Word is delivered on the end of a sword. A land where empires are born. A land of total war.
Alright, yeah, you gotta explore everything. God damn.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, how's it going, guys? How to get a sexy voice like yours? I don't know. You figure it out. Merchants are actually pretty valuable on this.
Opening, ready to trade. Yes, there's money.
Just have the two, right? Yeah. So here we got Hernan the Conquistador. We don't start off a war with anyone, do we? Just rebels. New Spain campaign? I thought we'd try something different today.
Your orders? Yes, my lord. We shall continue to... Yes?
Alright, so where's my
Noble lord.
scout?
Need a path? Showing the path.
Should we just let's just go straight into it. Just fucking take on the Aztecs right away. Why not?
March. Orders. Onward. Combining forces, my lord. Yes?
Great leader. Yes.
Your will. Yes, lord.
Let's get straight to it, yeah.
My lord, this is not God's servant. Yes, lord.
Cool. D-Live says Britannia. Oh, it shouldn't. I did update it. Oh, wait, did I? Hang on. Maybe I forgot to press the save. It should say Conquistador. But thanks for the update there. How's it going, guys, on D-Live? We got 13 viewers at the moment. Cool. It says Conquistador for me. What year is the Americas expansion set in? It starts in the year 1521. And you get 200 turns. I think it's 1 turn per year, but I can't remember. So you have until the 18th century. We've also got this guy here. But no enemies will ever pop up in this area. So what we need is a boat. Money-wise, we get a little bit of money. Well, we get a lot of money from that kind of stuff.
Your will.
I'm gonna build a watchtower here because I got nothing better to do. Can't build forts in this
Building a watchtower.
expansion.
Yes, my lord.
Right. Well, I'm gonna send them to go explore, but also someone needs to go back over here to pick up these troops. They're of no use to us sitting in Havana, and since we're going straight for this, we're gonna need some reinforcements. Hey, Legend, you should do some campaigns with races in odd regions like that Bretonia and Lustria one. Yeah, we'll see. It's performing. We'll see. I know, that was probably one of the most difficult disaster campaigns I've ever had to deal with. So if it doesn't get shitloads of views, it's like, ugh, is it worth it? I don't know. Gotta judge whether or not... It's gonna take some time for me to decide whether or not it was worth it. How can Americans capture Cuba without ships? They can't. The only way to capture Cuba is to buy it. Capture what settlement? It's worth 5,000 gold, but we have some time to get that.
Orders?
There's these guys here. Large wooden walls. I mean, the cannons would do a lot of damage. But are these long range? Yeah, they are. Still a lot to deal with. We can buff up our army a lot with mercenaries. Is this the same as EU4, as in you need a Conquistador to explore the unknown? No.
Yes?
I'm gonna go straight to war with the Aztecs.
Yes, my lord. This is where we shall meet the enemy. Laying siege.
No, I'm happy to fight him now. We're gonna have to deal with him at some point. Might as well deal with him now.
Men, bring out people honor, glory, and most of all...
200 views in 5 minutes is quite good. Not unheard of. I don't know. We'll see. I'm starting to get Total War burnout though, guys. Starting to feel the burnout. Been playing too much Total War. Not sure. Might have to take a few days off from either streaming Total War or just streaming in general. Alright, if we were gonna bomb this area here, the best places to do so would be on this side here. Got a clear view. Actually, hang on. The cannon, I'm gonna place the cannon here so that I can bomb the town square. Oh. We absolutely must make a breach though. So maybe I'll make a breach here. I should be able to shoot that from here, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, they've got reinforcements coming from the south. We need to make sure that that's dealt with. That'll be my expendable front line. What's up with the shadows? Oh, I don't know. Is it on huge unit scale? Yeah. Yeah, so we got 150 on these. But Spain don't have the numbers that that the natives do, but their units are much higher quality. That's the big difference.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Okay. So, like I said, first thing I need to do is try to make a breach. Any old breach will do, like over here should do it. Should be able to hit that from there. These are incredibly accurate. There they are. So it's a field battle and a siege at the same time. Hello, we've come to talk to you about Jesus. Okay, cool, it hit.
My lord, the tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
I'm sure we'll hit it eventually. I think we only need to hit it once more. Those wall breaking animations always make the FPS go to shit. Yeah, well, that's just the way it is.
The walls fall. It is time to charge men through to slay our ungodly foe.
Yeah, but truth be told, I don't want to spread the religion. Don't care about that. Actually, just stop for a moment. Reposition over here now, so that we can get clear shots into their town square. We just need to make sure that we have a breach, or else we lose the battle if that runs out of ammo. It's a little bit quiet. Maybe it's a bit too loud now. Jacob Mulligan did a $2 super chat. Been enjoying the variety recently. Fun stuff. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, I think it's important not to get bogged down on a campaign for too long. Switch it up as often as possible. Or else if you really do get campaign fatigue. I think not a lot of people have patience for, you know, episode 84 or whatever. Those are arrow warriors. I can tell just by the color of their skins in the distance. Time for a Conquistador smashy smash. Oh wait, I was wrong. Yeah, no, I was right. Arrow warriors. Okay, seems like they're planning on ignoring us. Not going to happen. You're not going to be allowed to get into the town. I'll charge the cavalry in if I have to, but I did want to get some shots off. And explosive rounds to be quite effective. Oh man, they're strong. Look at that one guy there, he like just ran down so many of them. Alright, let's get over to the other side. The spear throwers are isolated. Try to get rid of them. Don't let them get back into the town. How's this going here? Oh yeah, we're getting kills. Shitloads of kills. Look at the bodies pile up over here. Oh, I see what you're trying to get my cannon. I only need one Conquistador to sort that out. The rest of you, come over here. We're going to charge into their flank. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not letting them get to my cannon. Okay, you stop firing just for a moment. Because I'll pile more bodies up in here in a moment. Shit, they move fast. Fucking hell. They're making a big gamble trying to rush at my my cannons. I'm not going to let them though, of course not. Oh, man, these charges are going right into their flanks. Don't let those Korchikwe get close.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Man, there is no chill with this army right now. They are single-handedly devoted to fucking my artillery up. Even if it costs them their entire army. Which it may very well do. Where does... These guys need to get over here. Need some assistance. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. Oh shit, what are you doing over here? Get back. Shit! Get them off that. Yeah, they had no chill about what they wanted to do here. They wanted to go straight for the artillery. Get them out of there. Losing a handful of them is not gonna matter in the slightest. Not necessarily a bad idea, but they're sacrificing their entire army. And at the end of the day, then I'm not going to let them succeed, obviously. I thought they'd be trying to get inside the settlement. They actually outrun my conquistadors. If you're asking me questions in the chat, I see the chat going up in my peripheral vision. Obviously, guys, I'm concentrating on the battle. Wait till the battle's over and I'll answer any questions you might have. But right now, it's obviously a bad time. Like, pick your timing better. Okay, now they're going into the town square.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Alright, you can get back on them cannons now. Alright. They're there's not much else we can do about that. We killed 69% of them. That's pretty damn good. Now get the cannons back over here. They've still got more than half their ammo left. And we will bomb the central plaza. Got the best angle here, I reckon, to shoot from. Right. Bit of damage on the Conquistadors, but nothing too severe. These guys here can be sacrificed. Throw them in, it doesn't matter. Right. Man, look at the slaughter that goes on over here. I'm thinking of buying Attila just because the mods that aren't as good in Rome 2. Do you think it's worth it, or should I wait for some sale? Honestly, I think you should make these decisions for yourself. I don't know whether or not you should buy Attila or not. Like, I don't like Attila. I've given it a bad review. But not everyone's gonna hate Total War Attila. If you like what you've seen of it, then purchase it. But as for me, I just don't want to play it. Oh, the guns are doing their job, getting rid of these Eagle Warriors. Those guys would be a nuisance otherwise. EU stream. EU4. I've already said no. I've done an EU4 stream before. You guys don't behave. I'm not called Legend of Total EU4 either. Like, I like EU4, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say it's a bad game. I really like EU4. But, you know, there are some games I just don't want to stream. I find that streaming actually ruins the experience for me. And Total War is not one of them. You guys behave usually pretty damn well when it comes to Total War. So I stream Total War. I play EU4 in my own time because I just enjoy playing it the way I want to play it. And I don't want backseat gamers. And if you don't like that, well, shouldn't have backseat gamed when I did live stream it. You ruined it for everyone. You promise to behave? No, I don't believe you. You won't. Like, so, look, 90% of you will behave. Look, like I've said before, I've streamed before, and I asked people not to backseat game, and there's always a handful of people. And I just, like I said, I would rather not live stream it. Okay? I would rather not. Would you ever stream CK2? We do get backseat gaming when it comes to Crusader Kings 2, but it's nowhere near as bad as EU4. I'd be open to streaming CK2 every now and again. What's backseat gaming? Well, basically, see, Paradox are the I'm not a master at Paradox games, right? And there's definitely better ways to play Paradox games. Oh my god, I've left Factorio open. I'm just gonna shut it down. Just hang on one sec, guys. That'll free up some processor speed. So yeah, what's backseat gaming? It's basically where people who are watching constantly tell you like every step to do. Oh, legend, next thing you gotta do is this, do that, do this, do that. And I try and ignore them, but they're like, then they start shouting in the fucking, in the chat. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up, okay? Go play it yourself. But yeah, like I said, EU4, I haven't really figured out how best to live stream it. And I just don't want to live stream it. So you guys can sit there and request it all day long. Okay, I've done live streams of it before. They perform badly. I'm not gonna give you, not gonna do it. Sorry. But we behave. Yeah, you won't behave. Okay, I can promise it won't behave. Okay, you fool me once, you know, joke's on me. But you know, you're not gonna fool me again. Though you're a man of the people. No, where'd you get that idea for you? The man of the people, man of myself. Hey Legend, would you ever be interested in playing Kingdom 2 Crowns? I've never heard of that before. Never heard of that game. I never heard of it. Alright, we're probably not going to get any more kills with the guns there. We have killed both of their generals, but they got a lot of Jaguar wars. Like, now we'll send in the native mercenaries because their lives literally matter nothing to me.
Our soldiers have proved their worth.
Keep hurting Cortez right behind them, hurling insults at them, keeping them under control. It's our factional troops that matter. Don't sacrifice them except when we absolutely need to. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying that I won't ever play EU4 or CK2 again on a live stream. I need to really think about it before I do it, that's all. Look at the PewDiePie sub gap. Yeah, I know, it's like under 10,000. Actually, you know what? I might go check it out now. While this slog's going on. Because that was like 1,000 about an hour ago. What's it up to now?
Fucking party.
Shut up. Okay. Whoa, 9,754. Damn. That is really close. I think that's the closest it's been in a while. Oh, you fucking cowards. Should you get Rome 2? I don't know, should you? If you want to get Rome 2, get it. Why can't you make these decisions for yourself? Like, what if I say something, like I don't know who you are, like I don't know you. What if I say yes, right? And you buy the game and you don't like it? You're gonna blame me? And what if I say no, but you would like the game, but I don't know? Because I don't know you. Guys, you gotta learn to make these decisions for yourself in life. You just have to. If I can get a good charge in there, it'd be worth. Good.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men.
Yeah, getting a good charge is definitely worth it.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Have you ever had a disaster campaign so ruined that you couldn't save it and not make a video of it? No, but I have had disasters sent to me that were so stupid that I rejected them. It's like, turn 1, they disband all of their armies and, like, get their settlement under siege on purpose. Shit like that. I'm just like, no, this is, wouldn't be interesting. I've had last stands I couldn't win, obviously. But like, if I got something like genuinely interesting, that's not like turn 1 deliberate fail. There hasn't been one that I haven't been able to fix yet. I at one point thought that the Bordello one, I didn't think I'd be able to fix it, and to an extent, I didn't. Should you get married? Yes, you should. How stupid is stupid? Let me just see. Stuff like turn 5, they've deliberately disbanded their army, they've demolished all of their buildings and their settlements under siege, sort of thing. So that you have no tools to work with at all, and it's turn 5. It's like they've just set up a deliberate defeat. But it would be a boring video to make. I just would be like, look, you've just set this up to be a dick. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah. I don't think anyone would enjoy watching it. And at the end of the day, that's what the disaster campaigns are for. I did a couple. I think I did 2 last stands where I just couldn't win those battles, and they didn't perform very well. Like, nobody really cared. They're like, well, this battle was fucking impossible. There's no way you would have won it. It's like, okay, well, I guess those kind of videos just don't bother making them. So I have released defeats before. Like, there was that Sassanid one where we only had like 4 units up against 4 stacks. Literally fucking impossible.
Praise the day before sunset, but
I played it.
are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Do you ever consider playing with handicaps? I don't know. Peasant campaigns are not particularly interesting for viewers. I don't know. I don't really want to do that kind of stuff anymore. I just want to play, you know. I just want to chill.
Victory will be ours.
Handicaps, I find they used to be exciting, but now I just find handicapped campaigns to be very boring. Do you sometimes don't want to play stream a Total War game at the moment, but you have the feeling you have to? Yeah, I actually have that today. I was actually like that exact feeling today. I was like, well, I've got to do a stream, but I don't know what else to do, so it's like, what haven't I covered in a really long time? I was like, I'll play the Americas campaign, but yeah, I didn't actually really particularly want to play Total War today. Like any of the Total War games, I kind of wanted a break, but I just do it anyway, because you gotta do it every day. It's just how it is. You gotta, some days you just don't want to go to work, and you just have to.
The battle is in praise by the Lord above.
I don't have much to complain about, but
has been much humbled. Let all who remember this day
play something else then, dude. No, you don't understand. I don't want to play anything today.
The gods will honor our spirits.
Will you review the Medieval Kingdoms Total War mod for the Attila?
We show little mercy.
Frederick Nelsberg, I'm just not going to answer your question. Stop spamming it, because honestly, I'm deliberately ignoring your question. All right. The Attila 1212 mod, yeah, I don't know. I might. No plans at this stage, but I might. If you want the best anno, you should try 1701. Okay.
ready to die.
Alright, sure. We do a verse campaign again? No, absolutely will not. What about Anno 1800? Oh, I don't have access to it anymore. The beta has ended. What kind of music do I listen to? I don't really listen to music. Any Australian home remedies for a headache? If I've got a headache, what I do is drink lots of water and take a Nurofen and go have a nap. That's what I do. If I've got an unbearable headache, it doesn't happen very often, but if I've like been on the computer for way too long, sometimes I will get a pretty bad headache. At which point, take a painkiller, get a big drink of water, and go have a nap. Probably just means you're dehydrated. Painkiller, help you get to sleep, and then you just sleep it out. Wake up, feel loads better.
Your orders?
Alright. You're gonna stay... Oh, yeah, you're... No, you're gonna come with, useless shit.
Yes.
We don't get any free upkeep units in this, do we? Actually, we might, but not none of those units.
Yes, Your Majesty. Yes, my lord. Your will. Joining the fleet. Yes. Full sail. Yes, my lord. Plotting course now, my lord. We shall continue.
Okay, so we've taken Tehucan. I really need to rest. There's another settlement down here, but public order's shit.
An order? Natural, my lord. God's servant. Very good, my lord.
Okay, yeah, we do get some free upkeep units. Sending some reinforcements over here is probably a good idea.
Move out. We can...
Ready to trade.
And let's move on. Dude, weed? No, I don't recommend that.
Show some honor for a change, and listen.
Piss off.
Very well. Farewell, speaker of your people. We would hope you will honor us by listening today. This trade in words now ends.
Do you play RPG or FPS games? I definitely don't play FPS games. I don't like first-person shooters, especially modern FPS shooters. I can't get into them at all. I used to like some FPS shooters, you know, back in the day.
Yes, my lord. This is as far as we go today, my lord.
Like, I liked Payday 2. I thought Payday 2 was a lot of fun. But, like, today's games, such as PUBG, I hate PUBG. Absolutely hate the game. Never want to play it again.
Full sails. We shall your orders?
Just feels like a shit game, you know?
Full sails.
The whole Battle Royale stuff, I
This
just
is
don't
as
get
far
it.
as we go today, my lord.
Have you ever played Age of Empires series? Yes, I have. Red Orchestra 2? No, I haven't played that. As for RPGs, I played all the Final Fantasies up until 12. After 12, I sort of lost interest in the series. I suppose those are JRPGs. I've played The Witcher 3, and I've played Kingdom Come Deliverance. Love Kingdom Come Deliverance. I think it's one of the best games of last year. Which Age of Empires did I play? I played 1 through 3. I liked 1 and 2. I didn't like 3. I thought number 2 was the best. Would you play something like Witcher 3 on stream? No. I've already finished Witcher 3, and I don't see the need to play it again. Like, I'm completionist finished it. The only thing I didn't do was the Blood and Wine DLC. I just ran out of time to play it. It's good to see you doing good in terms of channel views last month's love from Turkey. Do you have any long-term plans regarding your channel? Thanks, Ayman. Yeah, things are going pretty well at the moment. Long-term plans. I don't know. Everything's moving at 100 miles an hour at the moment. So I don't know. I'm just trying to settle in to where I am without letting that all go to my head too much. I've got some ideas on things to do, but I don't want to mention them or else people will just never let it go. So, yeah, that's something that I've discovered in my time of YouTube. If you even speculate that you're going to do something, people will just they'll never let you forget about it. So, I just won't tell you guys until it's a little bit more concrete. Add a goddamn PayPal donation link. How about you check the description? Don't be such a little bitch. It's literally in the description. If you go down there, support the stream, streamlabs.com, Legend of Total War. It's right there. Okay? I mean, I appreciate the donation, but don't be a dick about it. Otherwise, don't donate, because that doesn't excuse you being a dick. Okay? What is your opinion on the 3K Yellow Turban DLC? Hate it. Hate the idea of it. I hate Day 1 DLC. Cut content garbage. I hate it.
Yes.
I mean, they announced that DLC something like 6 months before the game was even released. It's just ridiculous. It's just pure and simple cut content. Don't really want to go on about it too much, but they're not going to get a pat on the back for me from that. That should just be part of the base game, or, well, I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just obvious. They're just trying so hard to push pre-orders, and it's obvious.
Command me. Yes.
Alright, I don't think I need to send this many. Let me just check 2.
Orders. As my lord wills, we march to battle.
This will be sufficient. Yeah, this will be sufficient.
Men, bring our people honor, glory.
If it was absolutely up to you, what Total War would you want to see coming? Medieval 3, but at the same time, I don't want it to be like a Total War Attila clone. Your opinion on pirated games, if you're allowed to talk about it. Of course I'm allowed to talk about it. I think, doesn't matter the scenario, there's only one answer when it comes to should you pirate a game. The answer is no. Doesn't matter what the scenario is, you should never ever pirate a game. Regardless of how scummy the company is, how bad the game is. Just because the game is bad or because you don't have, I don't know. You should never pirate a video game. I'd say there's only one scenario where pirating's okay. Only one. And that's if you absolutely cannot get the game legitimately. So for example, if there's a really old game and you literally cannot buy it anymore, I'd say it's okay to pirate it. Because, you know, you can't buy it anymore, sort of thing. Then I'd say it's okay. But if like a game comes out and it gets bad reviews or it's got some scummy DLC practices, you are not entitled to get a game for free just because of that. The only thing that you can do as a consumer is not purchase that game. Cancerous Memes donated $5 and says, never trust Jews. Okay. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even think that deserves a thank you. You're like, thanks for the donation, but like, could you keep the anti-Semitism out, please? Like, seriously, dude, if you're gonna be like that, don't hang around here. Okay, appreciate the donation, but don't be spouting that shit. Okay, I don't want to hear it. They'll be back. Oh, they better be back. Yeah, they're back.
The enemy are badly blooded. The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. Praise to our Lord Our men have slain the enemy general. Now his men will lose heart. Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
Yeah, we just pound down on natives. They can't do anything against the cavalry.
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight.
Gotta wonder how they got all these horses across the Atlantic
By
Ocean.
the
But
Lord
whatever.
above, our foe has been much humbled. Let all who remember this day
Lord Drovel says, this anti-Semitic hatred really intoxifies society. Thanks for rebuking it, Legend. No worries. And I agree. It really does. Why don't you do online battles? Because I just don't want to. Is that not a good enough reason? I just don't want to. So on D-Live, we got Captain Insano followed, and we got 39 viewers. And thanks for the ice cream, RDX2306. Appreciate the support there, dude. Cool.
Orders? Yes! Closing for battle! The day is ours! The enemy are beaten! Noble Lord, we have conquered!
Would you eat lab-grown meat? I don't know. If it tastes good and is nutritious, I don't see why not. What is your opinion on CA's position in terms of business? I don't know. Oh wow, jeez. I think the trolls have come out to play today. I'm gonna have to take a chill pill. Hang on, guys. I need to take one of my chill pills in order to be able to weather the storm that's coming. It's like sometimes this happens where sometimes it's like you just get nothing but support in chat. Other times it's like the trolls come out of their basements, tired of fucking their mums, and then they would just want to come out and be like, oh, I don't know, let's mess with Legend today. Try and get him to say something racist. That's okay. I'll take a chill pill, and then I'll just be like water. They can say all the nasty shit or whatever, and I'll just won't affect me. What pill is that? It's actually vitamin C. It's sugar. Yeah. It's sugarless vitamin C tablets. My dentist recommended me get them, so I did, and they actually taste quite nice. So I actually quite like them.
Yes, my lord.
They're dirt cheap. I get why Legend to the Wall hates the trolls because yesterday. What happened yesterday? So I'm too messed up to be a lot of help today. The other mods have to step in. It's alright, don't worry, dude. We're just gonna chill today. Don't worry about it. Just eat a lemon. Yeah, nah, they're kind of gross like that. Yesterday there was this really annoying troll in chat. Was there? I've already forgotten about it. Which one was that?
Yes!
Okay, just think about how to deal with these guys here.
I am not here to talk.
Suppose I could always night battle them, hey?
Your Majesty. Who do I face? Orders. Command me. Yes. Orders. Your Majesty. Onward. Orders. Binding forces, my lord. Yes.
Your warriors stand.
March.
Shit, what am I doing?
Virgin
I suppose I'll send someone back after we've won. If we win.
Move out! Bringing our troops together. We shall send them to hell or worse. March!
Yeah, I mean, we can attack that. I don't need to do a force direct because we can attack him afterwards. Right, let's do that.
Kill them all, men!
Can you make a historically accurate Rome 2 Total War campaign as Rome, or is that too time consuming? Boring. I don't want to play Rome 2. Rome 2 is one of the most boring Total War games to play these days. I don't want to play it. Can't stand playing Rome 2. If I never play Rome 2 again, I don't care. Honestly, if I wasn't doing top 5 videos that would occasionally include Rome 2, I'd have uninstalled it now. Is there some higher ground I could put you on? I was going to ban the troll yesterday, but you told me to ignore him, and then you banned him. Oh yeah, but he was, yeah. I just wanted to see what would happen if we ignored him, but he wouldn't stop. Joey Thief did a New Zealand $20 super chat, and he says, "Him named Jeff." Okay, thanks, dude. Appreciate the donation. Most of the time chat is cancer. There is a thin line between ignore them or take it all too serious. You're one of the few streamers that you can handle that well. Keep up the good work, mate. Alright, thanks, dude. Sometimes I don't think I do handle it very well. Sometimes I think I'm like probably the worst at handling them. I've seen other streamers handle trolls a lot better than me. So, I mean, I'm trying, and I think I'm getting better at it. But if you remember my first days on Twitch, if any of you were there for that, I did not handle trolls well. And even some of my live streams on YouTube, people trolled me and I didn't handle it well. It happens. I'm getting better at it. It's just going to take some time. If they're happy to just sit there and get shot, fine by me. So look at what we got coming in here. So Nation says you handle the trolls like a Jew. What the fuck does that mean? Do you like The Last Kingdom? Thoughts on Season 4? Is Season 4 out yet? I've watched Season 1 to 3. Is Season 4 out yet? No, it's not. I meant your thoughts on what it would be. They wrapped up Season 3 pretty well. I'm pretty sure they are going to make a Season 4. I liked The Last Kingdom. I've liked all 3 seasons of it. I honestly, I didn't like how they keep killing off Uhtred's lovers and wives. He just goes through too many wives. Like I just didn't think they needed to kill Gisela off. I just didn't. I didn't like that. I mean, I get that it kind of sparked the whole sort of conflict of the series, but I just wish they didn't. I wish they had found some other way of doing it. What's Lydia's real name? My name is Jeff. That's what it is. He's lost so many lovers and wives, it's ridiculous. Is he gonna eventually end up with Breda? He's gonna eventually end up with Breda. How long is the stream going to be? We'll see how we go. I usually do 6 hours, but at the same time, I've been streaming. I don't think I've taken a day off in like 2 weeks. And I'm finding that my stamina is just not as good as it was if I don't know. We'll see how we go. What would you do to make Total War a better game overall? Oh, you know, just make it good. That's how I'd do it. Don't really. It'd take me an hour to answer that question, so I'm just not gonna. Do you know of any movie or series about Byzantine Empire? I don't actually. I don't think I know any movies that really even mention the Byzantine Empire much. Where can I find your Discord? I left my own Discord channel a while ago because I couldn't stand the level of trolls and just... I wouldn't say racism because I don't think genuinely that the people in my Discord were racist, but I will say there was racial humor that was getting on the point that if I remained associated with that Discord, I was going to get into trouble for it. So I felt the need to leave, but there were just way too many trolls in there. So I wasn't enjoying having a Discord. I just have so many trolls that follow me. Do you shed hair a lot because you're from Malta? Maybe. I don't know. I never really think about how much hair I shed. So, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I do. Don't know. Alright, let's start marching up. How much did we kill with that? 14%. Now, my muskets can outrange them. They do have a slight high ground. My crossbows will equal their archers' range. So I just want to get in range of the muskets, let them shoot. You know what, the cavalry should really be on the other side. What's this? Tell us your opinion of where Total War is going.
Unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle.
I don't really know.
Forging a worthy victory.
I'm not really in the know anymore, so I don't know where it's going. On one hand, Total War Warhammer is awesome. On the other hand, the historical Total War stuff is questionable. I feel like I really need to play Three Kingdoms before I can properly answer that. Like, all I've seen is some basic footage. We don't know that just yet. Have you watched Kingdom of Heaven? Yeah, I actually, one of my favorite movies is Kingdom of Heaven. Love it. I know it's not completely historical accurate, but I love it. Jerry Tierney donated $3. Hi Legend, I'm used to Warhammer, study a campaign. Oh man, I couldn't read that for very long. God damn it. You're gonna have to do a super chat if you want me to read a message. Yeah, so guys, look. If you want a message and want me to read it, you really need to super chat. Otherwise, it doesn't stay up the screen long enough. So Jerry Tierney did a £2 super chat. The Spaniards are a huge cunts. Love for Scotland. Alright, thanks dude. Thanks for the support.
The battle is in our favor.
But thanks to the donation, the other guy dude. But I'm sorry, it just wasn't up on the screen for very long, and it was like a full fucking paragraph. All I read was you're about to start a new campaign on Warhammer, so. There is a troll in the chat that's trying so hard right now. You guys know who it is. I'm not going to mention who it is. Everyone knows who the troll in the chat is. They're trying so hard to like get my attention, and I read it. Of course, I see it, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna get baited. I'm not gonna get baited. You're a noob at trolling, dude. You know who you are. You're a noob at trolling. Do you try and make people not watch your stream? No. No. I mean, we got 600 people watching, and it's not peak time. I think 600 is pretty good for a. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday today? I don't know. I lose track of the days. Yeah. Almost 1 AM on Wednesday morning, Victoria. Okay, so it's actually a Tuesday. It's for the rest of the world. I just lost track of
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Alright, I want you to go back over here. Cortez will run these guys down. We're gonna find... There's a general there. Wait, is it? I'm not entirely sure.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Man, I tell you what, it is troll day today. There's no doubt about it. The quality of chat today is fucking garbage. No, not everyone, of course, but there are some serious morons have come out of their basements today. How to get color and name? So they're moderators. That's how. Just joined. Are there many trolls? Didn't see them. Oh man, so many trolls today. it's serious troll day today. Yeah, it's. I don't know what we're gonna have to do about it. Like I'm trying to just ignore them, but I don't know. I don't know how best to handle trolls. Do you just ignore them or do you ban them? Because once they're banned, they'd probably just create another account and come straight back. But they do make it an unenjoyable experience for the other people who actually have a real question to ask me. Do I play Total Annihilation? I don't even know what that is, so I guess not. Man, there's such fast runners, it's hard to get them all down with these heavy cav. The best way to handle trolls is to ignore them. Yeah, probably. Alright, move on here.
All of Christendom.
The gods will honor our
What's the strongest Spanish unit, not including generals? I guess Conquistadors are probably the strongest. They're insanely strong.
Name thy enemy, Lord.
Oh, no, I have to capture this.
My lord, should we spare any of them?
Yeah, is it just a town?
Sooner or later,
No, it's a large
they will
town.
relent, my lord. When shall we attack the walls then, my lord? We march on our victims. Waste no time sparing enemies this day, man.
Alright guys, well let's just not talk about trolls then. Okay, let's give that a shot, because yeah, they certainly came out in mass today. So let's just ignore them. What happened to Britannia campaign? I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it, so I just didn't feel like playing it today. Yeah, good view from over there. You could be a tyrant and issue bans left and right. Why don't we just stop talking about it? When we just... Yeah, just stop talking about it. That might actually be the best course of action. This is what you get for getting all those donations earlier. Yeah, I told you guys, didn't I? Earlier this week, I got like $1,000 in donations in a single stream. It was absurd how much support there was, and I said there will be a counterbalance to this. I didn't know if it was going to be a day, a week, or a month, but said there will be a counterbalance. One day, there will be all the worst elements of my community will congregate and be like, today, let's try to really get under Legend's skin. And I said, because that other day was so good, I'm going to remember this, and I remember that the universe has a way of balancing itself out. And I'll just accept it, and just not let it affect me. A guy gave you a donation. I didn't even see the donation. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Was it in the super chat? I didn't see it. There's so much going on in the chat and everything. What did I say before? If you want to get a question in, you got to do a super chat. I can't read the donation ones that easily. The guy who donated started his campaign on Warhammer as the Dark Elves, but was having trouble with public order and cash, so he asked for tips. I haven't played the Dark Elves in ages, so I'm not entirely sure what you should do, but I mean, build public order buildings, research any public order stuff. I can't remember how to play the Dark Elves, so I'm sorry, I don't have any information about that. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do to maintain public order with some factions. But yeah, I just can't remember with the Dark Elves what the situation is. Do I believe in karma? Not in a cosmic sense, but I do believe that people who do bad things will generally have bad things done to them eventually. But it's not proportional. I don't believe in a cosmic sense of karma, no. If you had not almost died last Friday, I would have helped you in the chat. You other blue guys have to help out. Blue lives matter. Okay, thanks, dude. I didn't know you almost... I mean, I knew you had to go to hospital. I didn't know you almost died. But I'm pretty sure I asked you, but what happened? So today you're slaying natives? Oh no, we're not slaying natives. We're liberating them from their bodies, so that their souls may wander the ether. We're liberating them. Should play Day Show Rome Total War, that would be a challenge. Yeah, but it'd also be boring, and I just don't think the barbarian factions have a whole lot of flavor to them. It's kind of like eating a burnt steak. That's what it's like. It's like, yeah, it's a challenge to eat it, but it's like, it's not enjoyable. Which Total War game would be best for someone who just got into playing Total War games? I always say to people who just got into it, start with Rome 1 and Medieval 2. And then after that, sort of gauge what time period you like the most. Like, if you really like 18th century warfare, give Empire Total War a try. I mean, it's not that expensive these days, so it's not that big of a deal. You know, put 10, 20 hours in. If you like it, keep playing. If you don't like, uninstall it. But there's no Total War game that I can specifically say, you gotta start with this one here. Every Total War game is good in some way and bad in other ways. There's no perfect Total War game. There are some people that hate Medieval 2. I personally love Medieval 2. But, you know, there's some people that can't stand this game, and I understand. That's just the way it is. Right, how are we going to go about this? An all-out attack's not going to work that well. I need to be able to use my guns. I might try using a crossbow unit. We'll see how this works. Come on, run. Run, you shit. God damn, we lost nearly all from just getting here. Stop. Stand right there. Alright, cool, they're just taking it. Cool. Do you ever get attached to a particular unit throughout the campaign development? If so, what? Do you ever get attached to particular units throughout their campaign development? If so, which title more likely? No, I never really get attached to any particular units. Weird you didn't suggest Total War Attila. Why? Why would I suggest Total War Attila? Like, in my opinion, it's one of the worst Total War titles. I've made it very, very publicly known that I don't like Total War Attila. Thoughts on the Kalugi plan? Don't know what it is. Do you clap every time you say Total War? Nope. Do you think this job will still be fun in 5 years? Well, that really depends on me. Okay, Joe donated $9.71. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate the donation there, and thanks for not leaving a message because I probably would have missed it. But yeah, I do really appreciate that donation, dude. Do I think this job will still be fun in 5 years? Hard to say. I mean, I've been doing this now for 6 years, and there are some elements to it that are very frustrating. There are other elements that are amazing, but you know, it is an amazing job, and it's all going to depend on how my attitude is and how well I can handle stress, because it can be very stressful at times. Yeah, it'll all just depend on me, how well I handle certain things. Alright, I'm going to go an all-out attack now.
Our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now. The battle is in our
Those Jaguar
favor.
warriors aren't
If
going
we
to
remain
break.
true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
But our guys will do a lot of damage to them. Other units, though, will break. We haven't killed the enemy general. I'm not too sure. Probably should have fought these guys out in the field. I think it would have been easier. Just started to play a Total War, and I started with Medical. Give me Medieval, but the 2 games I played went something like, this takes some stuff to get like 13 settlements, and then get attacked by everyone. Okay, sorry, I don't really know what you're getting at with that, but okay. Well, I can replace these guys, so it's not that big a deal. Harder to replace the, the Conquistadors. Step staying back.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Have you ever watched Red Berserk? No, I've never heard of it before today. Alright, cool. So that's been cleared out. And let's get... What do we got over here? Spear throwers. Alright, if you could charge into them, that would be good. Otherwise, I want to get the gunners over here. Get them up on the wall. They might be able to shoot down at them from there. Yeah, well, there's one guy up on the wall. Where are they? Yeah, there they are. They're stuck there, so let's just leave them alone. Getting kills? Yeah, we're getting kills. Cool, cool, cool. So we just sit them there and they'll just do their thing. So many weird questions today. Oh, I know, right? But you get that every now and again. You get, like I said, they come out in mass. I don't know what it is about today, but they come out in mass. What's the hardest aspect of the Conquistador campaign? I don't know. Probably... It's not hard, so I don't know. You have to deal with the Aztecs' numbers, that's about it. Does frustration you mentioned come from the type of audience? No, look, don't get me wrong, I love my audience. I have the audience I deserve to have. So, you guys hold me to account, you're very supportive, and you don't put up with any of my bullshit. So, like I said, it's good. I don't really get frustrated by my audience anymore, especially after last year, the overwhelming support that you guys gave me in probably one of the most difficult periods in my life. going through all that stuff with CA, and Twitch, all that support that you guys gave me helped me immensely to come out on the other side a better person. So, no, my audience does not frustrate me. Epic Fapton got timed out before. Oh yeah, fair enough. Oh, far out. God damn it, man. God, if you're gonna get timed out, at least get timed out for something epic. Like, that's just so unoriginal. Come on, get over there. Nope, they do not want to go there. Alright, we'll try to get the crossbows over here next. That was an easy one. Yeah, it's all good. Are you going to live stream the medieval Total War Byzantine campaign? Was so good. Well, guys, I got copyright claimed on that. Let me just check the progress of that, actually. Oh, God. Whenever I... Oh, hang on, what's going on with T-Series thing? I went over to the other thing. And it's like, just hang on. Oh, God, stop. Oh, it's going up. Okay, fine. I haven't checked it in a day or so. But let me just check the progress on that copyright claim. Because, yeah, while that copyright claim remains, I will not stream Medieval 1 again. Let's have a look. Medieval 1, yeah, and it's still copyright claimed on that. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. They didn't copy strike. I didn't get a strike for it. They copyright claimed. And what that means is that they own the video, even though they don't own it. The only person that can actually legitimately claim to own my videos is actually Creative Assembly. Technically, they do own all my content, but they're gracious enough that they don't copy claim people. And apparently even happened by mistake, but the claim hasn't been released yet, so while truth be told, guys, I don't actually want to play Medieval 1. Medieval 1 is too old. So considering the headache it's gone through to just get rid of this copyright claim, I just don't think I'll play it again. Did they not remove the claim? No, the claim's still there. They said that they would, but it's going to take like a week or so. So it hasn't been removed yet. Have you ever captured every settlement in a Total War game? I'm pretty sure in every single Total War game I've captured all provinces. Except for Thrones of Britannia. Oh, no, I did that with my Northumbria campaign, didn't I?
The enemy are badly blooded.
Yeah, no, on every single faction. Not every single faction. Every single Total War game I have owned every settlement. I've done full map completion on Warhammer 2. Full map completion on every Medieval 2 campaign. Every Rome 1 campaign. Every Empire campaign, not every Napoleon campaign. I haven't done the Peninsula campaign yet. I haven't played it. Rome 2, every one of those campaigns I have. Attila, every one of those campaigns. Warhammer 1, yep. Warhammer 2, yep. Yeah, so every single one of them. Is there ever going to be a battle between you and Apollo? Probably not. Like, I don't do multiplayer. I've said this loads of times, I don't do multiplayer. And, you can call me a noob or whatever all you like, but, I don't want to do multiplayer. Pure and simple. Like, I'm not out to, like, to wave my dick around showing how good I am at Total War anymore. Like, if you think I'm shit at Total War, I honestly don't care. That's how I feel about it these days. That building in the west, we're going to stop us from being able to shoot. Don't have enough of these guys here to get in there. And you even had full map on Third Age and some other mods. Mods don't count. Mods don't count. Come over this way, maybe I'll be able to... How did so many of them die? A bunch of them died when just coming through here. I don't know what happened. Oh, this is a great angle to shoot them from. Yeah, hop to it. There we go. What's that? Yeah, we're getting them from there. Good, good, good. What are you doing? The pathfinding on the wall's never been good with Total War. Alright, there you go. What's my favorite Paradox game? Crusader Kings 2. Definitely Crusader Kings 2. Although I've got a bit of an urge to play Stellaris lately. Haven't played it in ages. Go. Guns are slow killers, but we'll eventually get them. Would you consider playing some Paradox online for a bit? Do you mean multiplayer? Absolutely not. No way. No, I'm not going to play any multiplayer. Okay? People always behave badly when it comes down to multiplayer, and my channel is just single player only, okay? People just need to realize that that's all that you're gonna get. What do you want the next period for a new Total War? Medieval 3, briefly. Why not Legend, please? No, I don't care. I don't care how many times you say please. I wanna play single player. That's what I've always enjoyed playing. I don't want to play multiplayer. Do you like more Hoi 4 or EU4? I prefer EU4 over Hoi 4. I think there's a lot more replayability in it. Don't you play multiplayer on the low with your friends? I don't have any friends. So no. Short answer is no. I know that I meant single player. I haven't seen you play Paradox live yet. Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, hang on. Did I just get a donation? Oh, Joe donated $6.48. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. I'm used to getting super chats now, which actually show up in the chat, not so much donations. Yeah, really appreciate that, Joe. Thank you. Oh, I forgot the question that I was answering before that. Your friends are your wife's friends?
Praise to our Lord. Our men have slain the enemy general. Now his men will lose
yes and
heart.
No. Okay, here's the thing you gotta... Okay, let me explain it. I don't have, like, shitloads of friends, okay? I have 2 or 3 friends that I'm particularly close with. And they don't really... One plays a lot of video games, right? So I could play video games with him. The others don't really play video games anymore. Because don't forget, we're in our 30s now. So... They've moved on from video games and I'm still a child, you know. As for my wife's friends, they don't play video games. And even if they did, and even if my friends played video games, I still prefer to play on my own, you know. When we hang out, we don't play video games together, you know. Not all the time, anyway. 2 to 3 is all you need. Yeah, that's just, yeah, I agree, but we don't play video games. But you are a YouTuber, it's not a bad age anymore. What do you mean by that, though? Turn the stream and what do I say? Legend pile up corpses. That's what I do. Will you play with your kid? Yeah, I think if I had a kid, I would probably play Roblox with them or whatever they want to play. I'd be happy to do that. Play some Minecraft with my kid and some Roblox. I'd be totally down for that.
My lord,
Would I do that on a
our
stream?
men
I
have
don't
taken
know.
control of the city. It is unwise to praise the day before
Serious
sunset, but
suggestion.
our
Could you do the
men
3
are
great
winning
battles of the
battle
100
and
Years War
forging
as
a
accurately as
worthy
possible
victory?
in the 1212 AD mod? Cressy, Poiters, and Agincourt. I feel like you're asking the wrong person to do that. I don't play the 1212 AD mod. So, I don't know. Are you expecting kids? Does your wife want kids? Do you? That's private stuff. I don't really want to talk about it.
This is a clear.
If my kid wanted to play Fortnite, I'd throw my kid in the river. I need to get another kid. This one's broken.
Victory!
What happened with the Total War meme review? All the memes were shit.
Victory!
Couldn't get a laugh out of any of them, so I couldn't make a good video. I tried, but no matter which way I edited it, I just couldn't make a good video. The memes just didn't make me laugh. And I just didn't feel like releasing a video that people thought was going to be shit. Or that I thought people thought was going to be shit. In your opinion, what's the best mod for Medieval 2? I think the best mod is Stainless Steel 6.4. But it really does depend on personal taste. A lot of people will say Third Age Total War. And it is an amazing mod. But it really does require a taste of Lord of the Rings. Which I don't have anymore. What'll be the next Total War after Three Kingdoms? I have no clue. I don't know how any of us are supposed to know that.
My lord.
We won't know until it comes out. Until it's announced, sorry.
Orders. Your Majesty. Move out.
I may have overextended myself a little bit.
Your Majesty. Orders. Yes, march.
Can barely maintain public order.
Your Majesty. Yes. Your Majesty.
Okay. We're gonna need reinforcements in order to fix public order.
My lord. Yes, lord.
Whatever. Oh, there it is. Yes, my lord.
God's servant. Traveling with God.
Actually, another thing that we could do is just change this to be the capital. That'd fix public order. But then this one goes to shit. But I could just dump the tax there and it's fine. It's probably better for money. Although money's not exactly an issue here. These guys are gonna land. Yeah, how many troops you got? Oh yeah, more than enough to take on the bloody Mayans. When do I get some more troops over here? And we got this guy down here. I forgot about this. Public order here is under control, which is good.
Your will.
I still got enough movement that I could attack this, but I wouldn't be able to maintain public order here, so we'll just have to leave that. Moving on. Do I like Game of Thrones? Of course I like Game of Thrones. Who doesn't like Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones is amazing. But I'm sure in 10 years' time I'm going to get sick of it. As we get sick of everything. Just remember, your subs can only go up. No need to get stressed out at all the time. A bit of trolling. Dude, do I seem like I was getting stressed out over it? Did it seem like I was getting stressed out over it, guys? Because I'm pretty sure I wasn't. Like, all I was doing was mentioning it. And then you guys keep bringing it back up. I do seem stressed. Well, I wasn't. But yeah. What the fuck, Legend? Your sub count jumps like 3k every time I tune in. Yeah, well, it goes up steadily every day. By like, between 200 and 400, so. Have I seen the Daredevil TV series? No, I haven't. Hey, you should capture Tenochtitlan, then rename it Mexico City, then make it your capital. Sure, as soon as I can justify doing so.
My lord.
Yes. Plotting course
Pretty
now.
sure there's a city somewhere on the coast
Yes,
here that
my
we
lord.
could probably capture.
Yes, my lord. Combining the fleets.
Okay. Let's take this and a handful of swordsmen, and let's go capture the settlement.
We shall send them to hell or worse. March! Not fleeing first.
I don't know, like it may have seemed like I was stressed to you guys, but I thought I was pretty chill about it. Like this isn't anything I did. I just mentioned that it was going on. It wasn't stressing me out. That's all I said. Now, here's the thing. The chat goes up, and I'm trying to read it as quickly as possible, because it does go up very quickly. And I just noticed things, so I'm just mentioning things off the cusp. But trust me, you'll know when I'm stressed. Okay. I think the mere fact that I was mentioning it was probably giving alarm bells to some people, but I don't know. Like, do I just pretend like it's not there? I'm very bad at pretending like something's not there. That's the thing. Is it even possible to win as an American faction? Yeah, you can get rid of Spain. You have to get rid of all their family members. That's how you get rid of them. Or purchase Cuba. You have to purchase Cuba. Which is difficult. I've never managed to do it.
The enemy flees the
shit.
battle. Run down those
Maybe I should have
worthless
waited.
peasants. The enemy
Oh,
are
okay,
badly
this will come up.
blooded. They have lost half their men. It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory. Glorious heaven above! Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well, give the dog some wine, and be sure he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
5 of the dislikes just disappeared. Okay, look, this is the thing that you guys do, right? Now, if I went on about the dislikes, okay, you guys be like, Legend, stop stressing about the dislikes. Stop stressing about them. Okay, you guys are the ones bringing those dislikes up. Just ignore the first to last. Ignore the dislikes. That's what I do. I don't even look at them. Just ignore them. It literally doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter about dislikes. So wants to come on here and dislike my videos? Whatever. Okay. If the If the vast majority of the activity is likes, if we're looking at 95 to 98% like ratio, no concerns. There's always going to be dislikes in a video. So don't worry about them. Like, I could have the most family-friendly channel. I could be Heir of Carthage, super nice guy, super family-friendly, and have dislikes on the video. It's gonna happen, you know. You can't avoid it. So don't worry about it. Honor thy rogues has amazing videos, dude. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Most dislikes are trolls. Don't worry about them. Just don't give them any attention. Doesn't matter. You make it your mission to dislike every video you watch to be that guy? Okay, good for you. Doesn't bother me. Do whatever you want. Do what makes you happy. being a turd makes you happy, go be a turd.
The enemy king lies dead, slain by our brave soldiers.
I wonder why they didn't add South America in this campaign. Yeah, it probably would have been interesting if they had added the Inca, but they just didn't. Because, you know, Spain, they wanted, one continent wasn't enough to rape for them. Had to be two. I know. Then again, these Kingdoms campaigns are supposed to be more focused campaigns with, you know, not too much scope. So I'm not really bothered that they didn't add in South America, but, you know, it would have been nice. I think my game just crashed. Crashed. Not the end of the world. Luckily, it's got an autosave, so we can just get right back in there. Press F for campaign. Crashed. Alright, let's go back to it.
Name thy enemy, Lord.
Orders. Orders.
My lord. Spare any of them.
Just go do the battle again, that's all. No big deal. It's a shame though, because we did actually kill their general pretty early on there.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
How are live streams profitable aside from donations because there are no ads? Well, even if there wasn't any ads, which there are, you guys are always very generous during these live streams. I mean, the other day we had $1,000 in donations just in a single live stream, so...
Praise to our Lord.
They're profitable.
Our men have slain the... Praise the Almighty. Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight.
So, Honor Thy Rogue says, oh my fucking god, why are the strategy gaming community so cringy? I only read cringy shit in this chat. What are you reading that's cringy? Specifically. What's your favorite historical period? I like the Roman period. The Roman Empire. Your biggest ever waste of time from a game crash? Oh, I don't know. I don't usually like keep a journal log of that kind of stuff.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
They're behaving differently this time. No big deal.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Conquistador is there too. Oh, fuck me. Now you decide to break after I pulled back. Who do you think is the best Roman Emperor? I don't know. I usually go Augustus as the best. Eric Fapton did a $2 super chat. Sorry about that, boss. Lol, are you done with the FOTS vids? Sorry about what, Eric Fapton? I didn't see anything he did. Am I done with FOTS vids? No, but at the same time, I'm not prioritizing them. What's this? Alright, that's definitely... give that guy a timeout. Fuck it, just... Yeah, put him in timeout. Did you play Morrowind? No, I never played Morrowind. I've never played any of the Elder Scrolls game. I do own Skyrim on my computer, but I've never played it. I purchased it for like $10 when it was on sale one day, and I just never got around to playing it. I think actually I loaded it up, saw that it was like basically the exact same engine as Fallout 3, and I was like, ugh. I've already played Fallout 3, so I just like... I just turned it off. And then never came back to it. I think my Steam account says I've played Skyrim for 1 hour. What do I think about the 17th century? Don't really know much about the 17th century. My interest in history sort of wanes when gunpowder gets invented. Just not really a big fan of gunpowder. I think it made warfare quite dull.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a war. The enemy king lies dead, slain by our brave soldiers. Attack while his men mourn their loss.
Have you read the Three Kingdoms book? No, I've never really been interested in anything to do with China, to be honest. I've never really been... I've never really cared much for China, pure and simple.
Only half the enemy force remains.
China just doesn't interest me. So no, I've never read the Three Kingdoms book. God damn, they're fast. Hard to run them off even with cavalry. Or run them down, I mean. I'm trying to get out of here. Can't let them get away, or else we won't get the city. Get out the... God damn, they're actually outrunning my horses. Oh, then again, we are exhausted. I don't think we've successfully done a draw out here, but I'll just get the artillery and we'll get this. We'll still get the city. Oh man, yeah, they are really fucking moving slow. Oh well, that happens.
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
How cold is it winter in Australia? Does it go into negative degrees? I think it depends on where you are in Australia. Australia's a very big country. Where I live, winter in Australia is like 18 degrees Celsius. So, not particularly cold. I actually really enjoy winter in Australia here. I think if you want to come to Queensland, the nicest time of the year is actually to be like right before winter or right after winter. It's quite warm, but not too cold. Hey Legend, do you like city builders? Yeah, I don't mind the odd city builder. You should watch the 3K movies. I'm not. Yeah, maybe. I'm not that interested in them. Oh, what do you know? I actually did manage to get 85%. Huh.
Victory! Let me strike.
Bonus.
Name thy enemy, Lord. We shall send them.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They got wiped out. Still, I need reinforcements. Would you like a modern Total War, and do you think it's possible? I would not want a modern Total War. I do think it's possible, but I don't want one.
Your orders?
Probably better if I actually land here.
Yes, my lord. Leading the men ashore. Yes?
Yes. Plotting course now, my lord. We shall continue tomorrow, my lord.
Yeah, I don't want a modern Total War. But why not? Okay, yeah, stretched in the moment. Need reinforcements. I just don't have... I can only recruit from Veracruz at the moment. Actually, I reckon I could take this with what we've got here.
Your orders, noble one. Yes. God will be with us, men.
Yeah, we'll manage this. Will be
Battle!
fine.
God will help the faithful prevail. We attack!
Have you ever had a nasty experience with an arachnoid, and are you afraid of them? No, I do not have arachnophobia. I'm not afraid of spiders. How do you recruit conquistadors in this campaign? I think they become available later on in the campaign.
The enemy are bringing in reinforcements.
Not entirely, remember. Would you consider a World War II Total War?
The tide of battle seems to have turned against us. We must act and hold.
I don't know. I just don't know. I wouldn't want them to make a World War II Total War, to be honest. I don't think they do a very good job of it.
Only half the enemy force remains.
How are we going? We're winning, but the balance of power is not in our favor. I mean, it's in with, 10% to 30%, so we are winning.
We are blessed. The enemy general is dead. We have sent the idiot to hell. The enemy flees the battle. Run down those worthless peasants.
Alright, here come their reinforcements. What do you think a World War I Total War would be like? I don't know. Don't know. I don't really think about it. I don't really care about modern Total War. I mean, I've said this so many times now. I don't want to see games, Total War games with... I don't know if World War I would work in a Total War setting, because the battles in World War I were like extremely long. They're like, some of them lasted literally months. And it's like trench warfare. Total War is very fast paced most of the time. I just don't know how they go about doing that. Maybe it would work, but I just don't know. And since I have no interest in them doing it, I don't have any suggestions for them to do it. What's my opinion on Barbarian Invasion? It's alright. It's not as good as the vanilla campaign.
The battle seems to be swinging in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory. The enemy flee.
So you need some hardcore coders for better AI. Do you know what I think? This is what I think. I think that if Creative Assembly actually created an AI that was so good that it actually beat players, people would complain that the game was too difficult. That's what I think would happen. I think when it comes to the AI question, there is nothing that Creative Assembly can do to satisfy everyone. So, like, that's just what I think. I really don't think... I think people are asking for it, they think they want it, but then when they get it, and then they can't beat the game, they'll be hugely disappointed. That's what I think. Baker says, thanks for giving me some quality content for today, brother. No worries. Thank you. Huh? Hang on a second. Did I press withdraw? Oh, I must have, yeah.
The enemy are over.
Have you seen Google's AI for StarCraft? It beat pro players 3-0. Well, here's the thing about that though. StarCraft is something that requires really fast reflexes. And if you're... I can totally see that happening because... like taking StarCraft as a game, it requires... There's like loads of different decisions that you can make at any given time, right? And you don't even need to make the right decision. You don't even need to make the right decision. You just need to make fast decisions. Like for example, if you're going to be building in one base and then you build a second base and then you build a third base, right? And a human player has to constantly go over and have a, look at these things, right? Whereas the AI can simultaneously manage 3 bases at the same time. So the AI for StarCraft doesn't need to actually be smarter than a human. It just needs to be able to do more actions per second. That's all it needs to do. Now, in a game like Total War, okay, that doesn't require APM, okay, if you get Google to program a great AI in a Total War side thing, okay, the player has 20 units, right? 20 units to manage, okay, and if a player is smart, they'll know to hire a lot of units that don't require a lot of micromanagement, right? Like with Total War Warhammer, what I do, okay? I have some units that require micromanagement and some units that don't. And so the units that don't micromanage, they just do their job, right? And the AI is never going to make, I think, as smart of a decision as the player. But they will be able to make faster decisions than the player because, the computers can just think at 1,000 miles per second. But that doesn't mean that they're better. So... I can totally see where the AI for StarCraft could beat a pro player, but I would be very, very surprised if Google could create an AI that on equal terms could beat a pro Total War player in both online battles, like one-on-one, even match battles, and on a head-to-head campaign aspect. I do not think that they would be able to do it. The game is far more complicated than StarCraft. Far more complicated when it comes to that kind of stuff. I just do not think that Google would be able to do it. AI is not there yet. Totally can see how they can do it for StarCraft. They would not be able to do it for Total War. So many more thoughts need to go into Total War, and so much less actions per minute.
The day is ours.
AI really does thrive in games that require the player to like sit there doing this kind of stuff, because the AI is just like beepity boop 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 and it just does everything really easily. But in a game where you can sit there and be like, I'll move this over here. Okay, they're doing this move there, I'll just move that over there. The AI is like 00100, I don't understand what's going on here. It doesn't understand. You okay, man? I worry about you sometimes. You're getting paler in every new video. Get some sun. Am I getting paler? No, I'm not getting paler. It's the same thing. I'm still the same. What about chess? Yeah, look, chess is... I can see that happening in chess.
Yes, my lord. This is where we shall meet the enemy. The day is ours. The enemy are beaten.
Like I said, look, if Google wants to try at its hand at making a Total War AI, they can say, beat me, okay? If it can do that, I tell you what, then I'll be convinced, okay? But until then, I just don't think that it can. I would be happy to be proven wrong, but I do not think that Google can create, because here's the thing you have to understand as well. The person who programs behind the scene of the AI has to actually be better at Total War than me, okay? And I don't think anyone at Google is better than me at Total War. I think that, well, you know, it depends on Total War game, I guess. But if you can create a Total War AI that's better than me at Medieval 2, I just don't think you can. That can beat me on equal terms on the campaign map, I don't think you can. I'd be happy to try any AI that they think they can build. Happy to try it.
Your Majesty.
Not worried in the slightest. Don't think you can do it. Don't even think it'd be close.
March.
Like, get an AI, no cheats. You know, you play as France, I'll play as England. See who comes out on top. I reckon I'll fucking smash it. That's what I reckon. Just Games did a €1 super chat. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Like I said, it hasn't happened yet, and if it does happen, great. But like I said, if Google wants to put in the resources to create a self-learning AI for Total War, for Medieval 2, which is the game that I'm best at, and it goes, okay, let's pit our AI up against Legend of Total War. We'll pick the grand campaign, we'll do like a hot seat scenario, whatever, find some way to do a multiplayer campaign, and get the self-learning AI to play as the Holy Roman Empire, and I'll play as Poland or whatever. Pick two countries that are more or less the same. So Poland's probably not a good choice for me then. And like I said, my money is on me winning. My money is on me winning. Okay. Dude, listen, Alpha Star played at the same APM as pro players. It made better decisions. Watch the fucking videos. Don't get so mad. Okay, like I said, I agree that I think that the AI for StarCraft could actually be better than the player. I don't know why people are getting so mad. I don't know why people get so mad. I'm just like, I just disagree. I just don't think that they can make an AI that's that good for Total War. And people be like so upset about it. What's to be so upset? Do you want me to immediately concede defeat before I've even gone up against it? Oh my god, a StarCraft player lost. Therefore, I will definitely lose. I don't think that's the case. Like, calm down. Calm down. I'm not interested in watching StarCraft videos. I don't care. I haven't seen the open AI for Dota. I don't care. I don't care about online StarCraft battles, and I don't care about Dota too. Because I just play Total War, and I just play it on my own. You know, I just, you know, I'm not involved in these things. Do you know what happened? I reckon. Do you know this is what the AI will do? They'll be like, all right, AI, what you gonna do right at the start? You gotta hire merchants, okay? You get those merchants, you get that sweet 50 gold that you can get on Zagreb, and then you get your merchants down to fucking Timbuktu. Legend doesn't utilize merchants in Medieval 2. That's how you beat him. That's what they'll do. They'll be like, that's our angle. That's our way of getting him. Fucking hire lots of merchants. Ah, oh, yeah, he doesn't have any merchants. What a loser. AI here, turned 14, still hiring merchants. Legend hasn't even hired a single one yet. I mean, he's conquered more territories than us, but he hasn't got any merchants yet. And if you have a look at our tab here, boys, you can see here at turn 4, we're making 27 in merchant trade here. Oh right, yeah.
Ready to trade.
Yeah. 27. Yeah, I'm fucking killing it here with merchant trade, aren't I? Sitting on a gold mine. I know it's right near the capital, but
Ready to trade.
like, watch this. Okay, income 14,838. If I go like this, 13. Well, you know, I did increase my merchant trade by a lot. It's now at 200, but unfortunately, corruption's over 1,000. What to do about that? I guess I'll just leave it this way, because at least this way the merchants look like, oh, I make it 92 a turn, and it's corruption free. No. I can't even hire a merchant here. Putting some merchants here might actually be a good idea to put them on the sugar. Can't hire a merchant there.
Ready to trade.
5 florins. 5, 11.
Ready to trade.
Can I recruit anything yet? No, still waiting on that stuff. How often do you play Total War with your wife? And do you ever play head-to-head or just co-op? I'd never play... Well, I shouldn't say never. I hardly ever played Total War with my wife. We played some Rome 2 together a little while back, but she didn't really enjoy it. And it was just a co-op campaign. She was playing as Rome and I was playing as Massilia, I think. And she just didn't really enjoy it. She's like, this is boring. I'm just like, yeah, I agree with you. It is boring. There were no merchants in Europa Barbarorum 2, but you still didn't like the mod. What the fuck? Actually, I went and played a little bit today. Look, it's not that I don't like the mod, okay? I actually think the mod is quite good. You gotta be careful. I gotta be careful with what I say about it, okay? It's not that I don't like the mod, okay? I feel like it didn't reach the potential that it could have, and I feel like EB1 is better. That's all.
Orders?
Oh, I don't have any cannons here. Can't get into Chichen Itza until we've got artillery or something.
Yes, Lord.
No, I can just handle it. What is it? Stone wall? I'll manage.
Closing for battle.
I'll just starve it out.
Siege.
If they want to come out and fight, they're welcome to do so.
Yes, my lord.
Jason Dunn did a £5 super chat. Been binge watching your live streams all week after work while playing Warhammer 2. Keep up the good work, pal. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Thanks for the super chat. How long am I streaming for? Well, I've been thinking about that today. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm 2 hours and 10 minutes into this. I usually stream for 6 hours because that's a good amount of time to stream. But I'm just not feeling it today. And I don't think you guys are either. And like, I don't want to drag out a stream and be boring, so I don't know. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for.
Full sails. Let me strike.
Can I just leave one guy behind there?
Orders.
Barely.
Command me. Yes. Move out. Onward. Name thy enemy, Lord.
So, Jonathan Budd says, I'm only going to buy 3 Kingdoms if there's an Opium War DLC and I can play as England. Right. We hit 1,000 plus yesterday. Yeah, we did. I did stream at a different time, but I've had a feeling that America's campaign doesn't really pull views the same way. Something is different about today. There's no doubt about it. Something just doesn't feel right about today.
We shall continue at
I don't know what it
first
is.
Your
I'm not
orders,
really
number
getting a
one.
huge amount of feedback. The thing is, like, from my experience, like, everything's a learning experience to me when it comes to live streaming. Because it's still relatively new. But when you get loads of people donating and people having fun in the chat, and we're doing a lot of interesting battles and things like that, it does seem to attract a lot of viewers. When there's a lot of negativity in the chat, when there's a lot of questions that are just fucking stupid, viewers tend to taper off pretty damn quickly. I have noticed that a lot of people are coming onto the stream and leaving pretty damn quickly, meaning that they're just not enjoying what they're seeing. So I certainly would appreciate feedback on that, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. Records mode gameplay reveal on Three Kingdoms. All right, we got some info on Total War Three Kingdoms, guys. Let's go check this out. They're finally showcasing Records mode, apparently. 22 seconds ago. See it here first, folks. All right, let's check it out.
Welcome to this record mode let's play for Total War 3 Kingdoms. This video will highlight some of the differences between the two game modes, Records and Romance, which you choose from at the start of a campaign. We're going to jump into the Records mode campaign, playing as Gongsun Zan, and we're 150 turns in. Quite a lot has gone on since the breakup of the coalition, so before we get stuck into the battle, let's have a look and see what we've achieved so far. It's autumn in the year 220 CE, 30 years since the Han lost its grip. We're making a healthy profit from our trade agreements and vassals, and because we have a non-aggression pact with Liu Bei, we don't need to spend it all on securing our borders, which has allowed us to save up some cash. We'll need this cash in our supply when we start making our power plays for Emperor. Now, let's look at our vassals. First, the Duchy of Song, previously Yuan Shao, has been our vassal for a while and is now weak since his death, and his son is yet to come of age. We've expanded and surrounded this territory, making up the north of China, using the Yellow River as a border between us and Liu Bei, who now claims his lands as the Kingdom of Shuhan. Our other vassal is Hang Chong, who recently pledged his allegiance to us after a short war which forced him to bend the knee. If we head down to the campaign map, we can see Gongsun Zan on the border of our territory neighbouring Ma Chao, son of the now deceased Ma Teng. We are within touching distance of the toolmaker resource of Anding, our first target, though Ma Chao's forces lie in wait, ready to reinforce. This battle will be tough, but we can take it, especially considering the characters we have in our force and the ancillaries they bring to the fold.
China's problems need an iron will.
Gongsun Zan wields the strategies of the warring states, gifting his entire army guerrilla deployment. This will allow us to rush in on the garrison army, avoiding some of the tower fire on our approach. Next we need to equip the stone archer to our strategist, Jiang Wudai. This will give 10% extra ammunition to all the archers in our army, giving a slew of extra bolts for our repeater crossbowmen, which could prove crucial to our victory. Let's make our move toward the resource.
Do not yield. Be unrelenting.
We can see that the garrison force numbers at around 960, though their ranks are made up of mainly militia. They should be relatively easy for us to crush. Ma Chao, however, has much higher tier units, as well as being a more than capable warrior himself, so we will need to prepare for his reinforcements. Let's jump right into the battle. First things first, let's take a look at the map. This battle will take place in a toolmaker resource map, one of the many different types of resource maps in Total War 3 Kingdoms, all featuring unique geography. We can see they also have arrow towers at the entry points to the town, so we'll need to get through those gates as quickly as possible. Now to our army. We have a well balanced force here with 2 units of axe bands providing good flanking ability, and 4 Jian sword guards, who will act as our front line for Zhao Yun's retinue. Gongsun Zan himself brings our shock cavalry, as well as 3 units of G infantry, which will help us take down Ma Chao's unique cavalry. Our strategist, Jiang Wudai, has brought 2 units of archers, 2 units of repeater crossbowmen, and 2 white horse fellows, skirmisher cavalry unique to Gongsun Zan's faction. Gongsun Zan himself was known far and wide for his white horses, which famously kept the Mongols from attacking the north. Taking a closer look at the horsemen in his retinue, we can see that they all ride these famous white horses into battle. So here we are on the battlefield, and we can see that a storm has fallen on this toolmaker resource. Straight ahead of us we have these arrow towers, which will be our entry for our main forces. In the centre of the map, we have a capture point, This will provide a huge morale boost to our forces if we take it, so the enemy will try to defend this. First things first, we're going to move Gonzan and the rest of our cavalry to that right flank. They're going to try and flank round this right.
Okay, so right off the bat, we can see that in records mode, the only difference I can see so far is that the lords have bodyguards now. We can see that this one's got 16. This guy here's got 39. He's got 47 men in his retinue, and this was what was expected out of records mode. It seems to be that the only difference is a single entity with romance mode, retinue with records mode.
So we can break in as quickly as we can. We're going to get our axe band men and put them on
still
the
got
left side.
very low scale on
Spread
these
that
units,
enemy
like
force a bit thinner.
120.
We're gonna get the bulk of
Come
our
on, this is
forces
China.
and put them facing towards this central tower. Utilising our guerrilla deployment here, which is available from the ancillary we have equipped on Gonzan, and moving our whole army within touching distance of the enemy. Every minute's going to be key here.
A thing to consider as well is that in records mode, I mean, it's like 6, 6, 6, so that's 18. But if you include these, it's actually 21. The actual size of the army is 21, which is actually bigger than what we've seen before. Because like if you think back to Total War Warhammer, you always have to have a lord, right? There has to be a lord in every army. So there's actually 19 units and a lord. This is you have to have 3 lords, and you get 18 units. So I don't know. That's okay. But the thing is, the unit scale is very small. So.
We've got our axe band men fighting on that left flank, and we're going to charge our cavalry as fast as they can into that swordsman unit there. As you can see, everyone's in walk mode. That's on by default for me, and that's just so that we can save stamina for fighting, as the units will be less effective the more tired they are, and this has much more of an impact on records mode. As you can see, the range of fire for these repeater crossbowmen is much shorter, so we're going to move them up on the hill here to get a bit of a flank, and so they can shoot into the side of these units that are defending this tower. So we're going to get our axe bandmen charging on that left flank and get our swordsmen charging through the middle. Simultaneously, obviously our cavalry are now hitting this right flank and are going to melt right through those sword militia. Most of the units in this garrison are militia, so they're not going to be too difficult for our cavalry to deal with, as they are heavy cavalry.
Will you stun them with your handsome looks?
Will you dumbfound them with your razor wit?
And obviously our axe bandmen are now making a charge, as our swordsmen have in the middle. And these guys are really going to have it in for them because they are outnumbered. Really what they're doing is just trying to distract the enemy. Obviously with our shorter range of fire, we've got our repeater crossbowmen on the right flank, and we're actually going to stop our heavy crossbowmen from fighting as they have a longer range. That will be much more useful later in the battle. So our cavalry have managed to defeat the 2 units of swordsmen and just have 1 unit of saber cavalry, which are going to be really easy for them to kill. So we're going to get our main bulk of cavalry on the right side, and we're actually going to get our White Horse Fellows, who are really good in melee, to attack on this left-hand side. Obviously they're unique to Gonzan, so we're going to utilise them in every way we can. Gonzan going in, wiping out that saber cavalry nice and quickly. As we mentioned, speed is going to be key for victory here.
To battle!
Come on! Surely you can do better!
I dearly hope your blade is sharper than your wit.
Attend! Look! The enemy run! Craven!
So as you can see, our repeater crossbowmen are doing some great damage on that front flank, and we've managed to break through as they are retreating. So we'll move the rest of our forces through to destroy that last unit of swordsmen in the middle there. So our infantry are doing some great impact there. As you can see, our White Horse Fellows have actually done a lot of damage to that cavalry unit, really outmatching them. And we're starting to break through now, and we'll be able to kind of form up whatever defense we decide to choose. We're going to start Gonzan moving down towards this melee fight, just in case we don't break through. As you can see, we've taken quite a lot of losses to our front line, with almost half of the units that have fought already depleted. So as you can see, we're breaking through. Our axe bandmen are still fighting that left side. What we're actually going to do is get all of our range to move them up a bit closer so they're ready to come in once the fighting is done, and get Zhao Yun and Zhang Wudai to move up as well. We're going to get our G infantry to make a line up at the top, and we're going to get our Jian sword guard to make a defensive line on this flank on our left, which will defend our ranged, which will also split out the enemy a bit as well, as we need to divide and conquer. We're going to move our ranged units into the settlement now, so they can begin firing and line up our men on this left side.
Get moving! March, warriors!
Let's get our archers moving into the settlement to join the rest of our units, who are now lining up and taking their defensive positions, ensuring we have secure flanks.
Swords! Swords drawn! Attend swordsmen! Blades prepare! Swords sharpened!
Gonzan and the rest of our cavalry are walking to the back of our defense here, ensuring they regain some energy. Being in walk mode doesn't recover as quickly as standing still, but will improve it slightly. Now what we're going to do actually here is get our White Horse fellows and move them up round and try and get a flank on the infantry that are coming in with Ma Chao's army. We are also going to put our G infantry into spear wall formation and our Jian sword guard into shield wall formation. This enemy swordsman unit you can see here is a currently known bug. All of the exits around them are blocked, so they can't work out where to run. We have no...
The game is still so buggy that they literally have to try to... They're like, disclaimer, we know there's a bug, okay? We know there's a bug there.
Notify dev of this bug. So let's just put them out of their misery here.
Oh my god.
Your best is not good enough!
Man, these are the bugs that they're actually showing. Imagine what they're not showing.
Giving each other some fighter talk there. Even though warlords work differently in records mode, they still interact with each other on the battlefield.
Imagine what they're not showing.
So our White Horse fellows are just firing at some men that are still...
Man, unless they've learnt their lesson from Thrones of Britannia and they're actually being really open
to
about this stuff. But, you know, I really don't think they've learned
as we can see here,
such a big lesson so far.
He's had his fair share of fighting already today, but he's not done.
I'd be very impressed if
So we're going to stop them moving and get them to recover some energy. Now the unit has rallied and the AI is pulling it back to regroup with other units. We can reform our line into shield wall formation, and we've got the nice little bit of a rock face which is defending the centre between these two lines of...
Love how he doesn't send the bloody cavalry around here to rear charge them. He doesn't bother assisting his troops. These guys here just doing nothing, and you got a perfect opportunity to rear charge.
The Axemanmen are taking a lot of losses, and we can't really get to them, so they are...
You could have gotten to them like fucking half an hour ago.
Get our ranged units to give a bit of support.
CA staff members aren't good at playing their own games. Whatever, it's not a big deal.
And now these White Horse fellas are starting to take a bit of damage, so what we're going to do is put them in loose formation, which is obviously going to reduce the amount of damage they take and hopefully mean they can get a bit of a charge onto those heavy crossbowmen which are stuck at the back. Now, Gonzan and his cavalry, they're now very tired, so they're getting there. They're getting on the road to recovery. We'll just keep an eye on them and we'll use them momentarily. These
shooting him in the back.
Do a great job at defending that corner. The cavalry is still recovering, and the more we wait, the more impactful they will be when we find our moment to use them. The rest of our forces are in a good position, but that's only because our White Horse fellows have drawn all the ranged fire away. We will need to start moving up soon.
Our men flee the battlefield!
It's really not looking good for these fellows. What we can see is the beginning of a divide between the enemy infantry and their superior ranged units, as they are distracted by our White Horse fellows on that flank. So what we're going to do is move our G infantry up to create a safe pathway for the rest of our cavalry to move around and flank their units. The G infantry will prevent any of their infantry from blocking our move here, and we will put them into spear wall formation too to make them stronger. Our White Horse fellows have managed to do a tiny bit of damage there, but overall their biggest player in this battle has been distracting Ma Chao's ranged units.
White Horse fellows, I bet they're really fucking privileged as well.
Our men flee the battlefield!
So our ranged units have now used up a lot of ammunition, but what it has meant is those Axeman units have actually managed to make it through. We're going to try and get one little charge off and try and just see what damage they can do, but unfortunately it looks like the arrow towers there are going to wipe out the remainder of that unit. So let's just try and get a bit of fire on the strategist that has just accidentally walked into our range.
You are weak! Your words are as pathetic as you are!
So they're still pretty tired, these units here, but we'll get them moving faster as we need to utilise this exposed flank. So we'll move Zhang Wudai up a little bit, and we'll use the rest of this ammo with these guys to just get some damage into that cavalry. And they're now in range of our repeater crossbowmen as well, which is great. So they're now taking a lot of range damage, which is probably going to force them. It's going to force them to make a decision. They've either got to charge in or move back. Now our spearmen at the top there are taking a lot of damage from this ranged fire, so we really do need to get a move on.
The men have no ammunition. Draw your weapons.
Horses, stand ready.
So we're going to put them into wedge formation to do a bit more charge damage, doing it as late as possible so we're moving quickly, as wedge formation does reduce our overall speed.
Do you wear red to hide the bleeding?
No, to hide the bloodstains of my foes.
So this is perfect. This takes out such a...
To hide the bloodstains of my foes. Why? Why? Why would you want to... Oh, I killed a lot of people. I want to hide that being a warlord. Their shit talking needs some work, okay? Like, this guy was like... He got it right, but that was a shit response. Do you wear white to hide the cum stains? No, to hide the cum stains of my foes. Oh, okay.
Such a huge advantage for them. As you can see, one of their units, they've got such great range on them. One unit has already used all of its ammo, destroying some of our units.
Ready. The enemy run. Craven.
We're actually going to move the rest of our units up, and we'll also put them in guard mode momentarily so they stop chasing any other units. Unfortunately, our heavy crossbowmen have used all their ammo, but what we're actually going to do is we're going to move up and try and put a bit of pressure on Ma Chao and the rest of his...
Honestly, what he should have done is like, do you wear red to hide the blood stains? He should have gone, no, your mum gay. And that's what he should have done. That would actually have been a better response. Your mum gay, no you. That would have been better.
The swordsman and create a wall there, and we're going to use the heavy crossbowmen, which have used all their ammo, to just be a defensive line to prevent any flanking. And we're actually going to take a look and see who's got the most energy here. So I think it's, yeah, Gonzagzan and Zhao Yun, and let our other guys rest and just regain some stamina before we go in for more charges, because if not, they're just not going to be as effective in battle. While these two just mop up that. They're again, heavy cavalry, so should be fine on these heavy crossbowmen.
It is fun to watch you improve.
Focus your efforts on the enemy, perhaps. The time has come. Take heed, warriors. Hold steady. Our men are running. The spineless cowards.
So our repeater crossbowmen can start taking some shots at those swordsmen, and we're going to use our heavy crossbowmen in guard mode to try and defend this left flank, so that our swordsmen don't get overwhelmed. Zhao Yun and Gonzagzan have managed to wipe out that remaining heavy crossbowman unit, meaning they no longer have any range left, which is obviously really great for us, as they were some of the stronger units for us to deal with. Unfortunately, our raider cavalry can go out of control and have done here.
You are too pathetic to survive.
I will crush you for this insult.
And they are just charging towards the nearest enemy, which happens to be the swordsman, which isn't the worst engagement, but obviously we'd much rather keep our men in file, really.
Look, the enemy run. Craven, quarrels. March now.
Our repeater crossbowmen are actually out of range at the moment. What we're going to do is we're going to move everyone back into this shield wall formation and just push forward so we can try and get in range of Ma Chao and his generals there. So we're just going to take this capture point, so we're not taking any unnecessary range fire. And
I just want to point out that they had 99% capped that, and then he moved out of the way, and then like this entire time those towers are shooting at him, and he had 99% capped it and moved out of there.
Cavalry that rampage has actually come back, so we're going to move them back up with the rest of the cavalry. So we've defeated that last unit of spearmen for them. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these guys and we're going to move them forward and just create a nice line to, again, divide and conquer and block them up. So let's take a look at the lay of the land. We've got a lot of fighting up at the top, but we still have very secure flanks, which is great for us, and we're starting to box them towards where they wanted to go initially and use that to our advantage.
Just like that.
We're just going to move our cavalry out of there so we can fight as a group rather than alone.
Prepare. Crossbows, attend.
So our repeater crossbowmen managed to just get a few volleys off there, but won't do too much damage. Now what we're going to do, this swordsman unit...
Although, just some positives. I do like that the battle's actually taken more than 5 seconds. That's actually pretty good. Considering it is, you know, it's a fairly large-scale battle. And some of the fights, they seem to be lasting a little bit longer than what we saw in Records mode earlier. So, it's alright, but at the same time, I don't know. Let's just keep watching.
Quickly expose itself. We're going to see if we can do some damage to it. See if we can kill it just before these spearmen get here. They're going to need a bit of help from the rest of the cavalry to try and get through as quick as we can before this bunch of spearmen manage to make it up to us. Just trying to divide and conquer these groups, really, because we're overwhelmed by the enemy forces, so we can't really win if they're all bunched up together. We're just trying to divide and conquer these groups. We're heavily outnumbered in this battle, so splitting them out, we improve our chances of winning.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
And obviously the spearmen are trying to chase our cavalry, which we don't want. Hopefully we can get them out just in time. We hung on for maybe a little bit too long there, trying to get rid of that swordsman unit, but at least they did rout, which takes another one out. And this does, again, we've boxed them in, and we've divided these swordsmen on the left and this cavalry from their spearmen. Ma Chao has now had to make the decision to move in, so obviously we've got our swordsman. He's riding into the swordsmen, which do have a charge resistance buff because they're in that shield wall formation. But obviously that's not going to be a battle they'll be able to withstand for too long. So now we're just going to line our spearmen up here, because what we want to do is create a rear flank for our cavalry to charge into. So we're going to try and get all their spearmen to engage on us here.
You are pitiful. Do not waste your breath. You will need it.
Which means
I think he's going to win.
Great rear charge off with our cavalry and hopefully rout the rest of these units, meaning we can focus on the rest of the battle that's going on in the centre. We're going to get our cavalry to flank right back here.
Bounce Pell's slightly in his favour. I think he's going to win.
Quicker than we think. So let's get our range guys, make sure they're firing here. It's tempting to move those swordsmen round, but what we're going to do is to protect our flank, keep ourselves secure,
and
make sure we don't make
don't attack their flank or anything. It's only exposed.
So Gonzagzan here, obviously leader of the White Horses, is going to lead the charge here into the rear of these spearmen.
Crossbows, stand by! You have improved in my estimations.
Here he goes. Great rear charge. None of them turned round, which is great for us. Meaning, obviously we're going for a bit of a hammer and anvil technique here.
The enemy warriors are running.
Using this heavy cavalry to try and rout the units. One of them is gone. 3 left, but obviously our men are starting to waver themselves. So we actually need to...
Do you see this over here? They're shooting into their own unit. Like, I saw this before. Let me just go back. Look at what they're shooting at over here.
Waver themselves. So we actually...
They're shooting their own troops.
Flip around the situation. Their cavalry, another charge. Obviously they're in shield wall formation, which gives them a bit of charge resistance. So hopefully those guys aren't dead. Let's go for our second charge. We go for a great, hopefully another rear charge and clear out the rest of those units. But unfortunately it looks like they've actually managed to turn around just in time, because that has done tremendous damage to both of our units.
Take care you are not trampled on the hoof.
Yep, we've been outplayed there.
Our warriors run. Craven, dogs.
They managed to knock 2/3 out of Gonzagzan's unit out. And it looks like he actually might be retreating the battlefield, along with one of the units of spearmen. But yep, that's it. Gonzagzan has decided that's enough. He's going to leave it to Zhao Yun and Zhang Wudai to try and wrap up this battle. So we'll get the rest of our units getting in here, getting involved in combat. Now, unfortunately, this does mean that if Gonzagzan does fully retreat, we do really need to win this battle, because if not, there's a percentage chance he will be captured. Now, I unfortunately forgot to take them off skirmish mode there, which means they were running away from the combat, but I noticed just in time, which means they can still get involved in that fight and defend that flank against the G infantry. Now, we've already taken a lot of losses, obviously Gonzagzan probably being one of the biggest ones. But hopefully this battle is swinging in our favour. As you can see, it's still relatively even at the bottom, so we're going to have to pick and choose these battles where we can, but it looks like they're in our hand. We've still got some ranged left. We've still got this cavalry left. A lot of their cavalry are bogged up in that fight there, which they had to take as they were taking range fire. But this has put ourselves in a great situation, getting one final flank off on those swords units. And we're actually going to push up to this victory point, which will mean that we'll get a morale boost. And hopefully that would be enough to cause a chain rout. The enemy aren't looking in a great position now.
Quick, cap the flag! Cap the flag!
We're going to get a charge off on these sword units. We can see that Ma Chao and Cao Ling are now starting to waver. They have unprotected flanks, and we are now starting to take the capture point.
The enemy warriors are running.
Yep, that's it. It looks like Ma Chao isn't going to fight to the death. He's going to try and flee. What a coward. But of course, that's not what we want here. We need to take his life. The battle may be won, but we need to get him down. Zhao Yun has managed to chase him down with the remainder of his bodyguard and deal that final killing blow to Ma Chao. We can see here he's taking pride in this kill, which is going to help our faction rise to power. We can see piles of dead bodies and abandoned flags scattered across the battlefield. We've lost a lot of men today, but this victory was a worthwhile one.
They usurp us, nothing more.
Here we have the post-battle screen, and we can see the losses we took. It was a Pyrrhic victory, but a worthy one, as it starts our power plays to becoming Emperor. Obviously Ma Chao's forces were absolutely decimated, and only a small force managed to escape. Everybody weighed in and got some kills, even Zhang Wudai wrapping some up at the end, even though he had a very supportive role throughout the battle. Looking closer at Ma Chao's army, we can see that him and all of his generals fell, which was our main aim. We're going to occupy this territory, and that will be it for this Record Modes Let's Play.
It shows potential.
And wisdom will follow.
Thanks for joining us, and of course, Total War 3 Kingdoms is coming out on May 23rd, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, May 23rd, unless they push it back again. Okay, so I guess you guys want to know my opinion on all that. Records mode was exactly what I expected, which was just, it's the exact same thing as romance mode, it seems, but generals are not single entity units. It did seem like fatigue was more had more of an effect in records mode, but I did notice that a lot of units were fighting to the death, so morale was still not that big of a deal, it seemed. Notice that one of his axemen pretty much fought to the death. And we can all go on about was actually a siege battle. Well, it was a siege in like a minor town, so there wasn't walls or anything. It's like a town battle. So there were towers. Now we can all go on and say about how the player wasn't particularly good, and whatever. It doesn't really matter whether or not they're good or not. I think it's more important to comment on what we actually saw in the gameplay. They weren't playing on huge unit scale, they were playing on large unit scale, I think. Because the infantry were at 120 men, that seems like large unit scale. I keep hoping that there's going to be something in there to see greater scale in these battles. Because one thing I'm definitely feeling with Total War 3 Kingdoms is that the battles feel really small scale. Like, it just feels small. In China, it feels small. It's like the smallest scale Total War. And, the scale seems about on the maybe a bit bigger than Total War Warhammer, but the Total War Warhammer battles are very small because they've got, monsters and shit like that. But it just feels, it just feels. Didn't he say it was used small scale? Cav was only 40. I don't know. Like, we've never seen any footage of anything higher than 160 in any of the infantry units. The terrain looked good. It was in the desert. Mods can fix that. Yeah. Well, here's the thing about it though. They optimize it. I guess mods can fix it, but I want a good vanilla experience. Like, if I don't get a good vanilla experience, I'm not going to bother with mods. Was it very impressive? It's just like, it didn't show us anything that we didn't already know. The only thing we knew, we didn't know, was that General's bodyguards were gonna have a, like, what the retinue was gonna be like, and we all suspected that was gonna be the case, and you know, I don't know. I guess they're just trying to keep interest in it, and I still very much meh. The battle didn't seem that interesting to me.
Where is your pride?
Do you think it looks like a mobile game? No, I don't. I definitely don't think it looks like a mobile game. Units are so thin. Yeah.
Who do I face?
Well, we've got this protecting this settlement here. So
Your orders, noble one.
I don't need to do anything, but I just have a lack of troops at the moment. I need some reinforcements.
Your will.
Need to get myself an what's it called, upgrade.
Your orders?
Should be coming soon. I mean, I've conquered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settlements out here. Gotta increase my rank. Do you still think CA is baiting us with showing bad builds of the game even after postponing the release? No, I didn't think that in the first place. I just thought it was a bad build. That video I made was a joke.
Our elders send me with a message.
Sure, why not?
Good. Farewell, speaker of your people.
What's that black guy doing at Veracruz? Oh, excuse me. It's a coyote priest. They're trying to
Favor your worthless people.
He's not actually black. He's just wearing this weird coat thing.
Your orders, noble one. Of course, my lord.
Alright, so they've got free upkeep there.
Yes. My lord, should we spare any of them? Victory! We march on our victims.
What possible expansion could there even be during the Three Kingdom period? I don't know. What do I think about the cap charges? Don't know. I really need to play the game to have a real opinion about any of these things. Like I still just don't know. Like what CA is showing us and what the game's actually going to be like are probably going to be two completely different things. I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen when Three Kingdoms comes out, you know, whether people are going to like it or not. At this point here, it's anybody's guess. And I do actually feel like people are so pissed off at CA, some people are, that they're going to dislike the game no matter what. And that there's some people that love CA so much that they're going to like the game no matter what, even if it's bad. It seems to me like bias has a huge part to play in these games these days. I don't know what camp I'm going to be in. We won't know until it comes out.
Only half the enemy force remains. The enemy flees the battle! Run down those worthless peasants! All of Christendom would...
We tore them apart, my lord. Victory! Who do I face? Name thy enemy, lord.
Okay, let's see here. Still no units we can recruit. A guide is essentially a spy.
Orders?
Now, as for this, it's gonna be tricky. I might just keep starving them out. If they fight us on the field, they can't win. We've got so many Conquistadors. So I'll just starve them out. There's no rush. I think assaulting, considering how hard it is to replenish our manpower, I think assaulting would be a bad idea. Do you think it's stupid that the natives have this kind of fog of war?
Show some
not
honor
really.
for a change and listen. Caution is with. We may speak another time then.
Let me strike, my lord.
Okay, 1, 2.
My lord.
Damn it! Something they wouldn't go back there.
Victory! Name thy enemy, lord.
Alright, well, let's get on with this.
Send them to hell or worse. March! Sooner or later, they will relent, my lord.
Viewers tapering off now that we've finished watching the Three Kingdom video.
I wait my orders.
Alright, there we go. Alright, is this part of the Kingdoms DLC? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's the Americas campaign for the Kingdoms DLC. Why are the walls black? They're not. It's just a bit dark at the moment. That's the color of them.
Fall! It is time to charge men through to slay our ungodly foe.
What's my favorite Kingdom campaign? Probably the Crusades campaign, I'd say. I think that's got the most detail to it. Then maybe the Teutonic campaign or the Britannia campaign. This is definitely my least favorite. Time to bomb this area here. Try and aim specifically for their units that have really high morale. It's good. Doing decent damage. We play some other mods for Medieval Total War? I'm sure eventually, but you know, not today. Alright. You're gonna take a lot of damage getting here, but get over here so we can start shooting into this. Damn it, they put archers up on the wall here. He's not gonna get it out of there alive or whatever, just... That didn't work out. Oh well. I'm gonna have to just do an all-out attack. Welcome new members, Warriors of Athens. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the membership. Speaking of membership, how are we going on D-Live? We got 49 viewers. Oh, man. Only 80 Lino donations today. Whew. Oh, man. I guess the well has been bled dry, pretty much. But thanks for the new member, Warrior of Athens, on YouTube. Sorry I haven't been paying much attention on D-Live, guys. Bit of a... I don't know. Bit of a weird day. Why not shoot the walls the archers are on out of range? Well, I'm actually out of range to shoot them. Alright, let's go in.
Give grace to God. We have captured the enemy's walls. The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Cool, they run as soon as they come into contact with Cortez. He's got too much dread now. You got spoiled from Saturday, my dude. Not a funk day, just a normal Tuesday. It's not just that, but yeah, you're right. I did get spoiled on Saturday. It's not just that. Yeah, no, I don't want to go on about it anymore. But you're right. I did get spoiled on Saturday. I think I'm a bit tired now. I don't think I'll live stream for that much longer. We'll see how we go. Just not really feeling it today. Wasn't even sure if I should have live streamed today. Yeah, I really want to get in the habit of like doing this like every day, because I do like live streaming, but I just wasn't sure if I needed to do this today. Ark Survival Evolve stream when? Probably never. Don't see the point. I don't have anything to stream on it.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours. The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. We are blessed. The enemy general is dead. We have sent the idiot to hell.
It could also be this. I don't think a lot of people want to watch the Americas campaign. I think it's probably the least popular one, which is fine. I wanted to just play something different today. When am I streaming Merchants DLC? Okay, very funny. Alright, send them in. I could easily replace them.
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our
Cortez isn't expendable, but the others are. This guy here is. So I want him to get in there and have a little bit of a fight. Oops. Actually, he's a bit bloodied. I should probably get him out of there. That's Cortez. A little bit bloodied. There, live and beat. These guys here should be able to beat this. Alright, just to make extra make sure we do win. We'll get the gunners over here. We'll shoot into them. They outrun my cavalry. What a pain. Can't get the gunners over here to do anything. Everybody's 6-3-4 watching, not bad. It's not bad, but it's not good either, to be honest. It's alright, it's alright. But I think I am a bit tired. My thing's out of ammo. It's out of ammo. I already bombed the town square here. Furious Fighter Guy says, thanks to you, I've been on a Total War binge. Great content as always. Thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Please upload a Medieval 2 vanilla campaign on Turks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I will, to be honest.
My lord, our men have taken control of the city. This is a clear victory that goes to all.
If you're tired, Descendant, don't burn out. We love your stuff all the time, but especially when you have that dragon energy. Yeah, it's probably a good idea if I probably end the stream now. I've run out of enthusiasm. It's difficult because like we don't have any really fresh stuff to play lately. I'm not too sure, but we'll see how we go. I'll try and play Medieval 2 as Hungary. Nah. Do you consider making Epic Battle in Stellaris? Probably not. Anyway, we're going to end the stream here, and we've got 50 viewers on D-Love, so I'll see about hosting someone. Let's have a look. Let's see here. Wow, we're number 1 on D-Live. That's cool. Let's see. Potato Queen. We'll chuck Potato Queen a host. She was in the chat the other day donating. I didn't even notice it. Alright guys, I will hopefully see you tomorrow. I may need to take a day off. I mean, I haven't had a day off in like friggin' weeks, so we'll see how we go. Want to read about the Beacon of Hope recruitment system? No, I'm not talking. I'm about to get off. I'm not talking about that right now. Alright, I'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow, but I may need to take a day off. Anyway, we'll see. Later, fuckers.